Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. For the last week and a half, the new Marvel Rivals game, I've paid way too much attention to it and watched that trailer way too many times. So I thought we'd go down and break down what the characters are going to be, what they can do, and what categories they're going to fit into. So pretty much what I've figured out by looking at that trailer a couple times, more than a couple times to be honest, is that they're going to be broken down into three different categories: tanks, damage, and support. Going to be pretty similar to games like Overwatch, like I compared it to before. I've basically said anything that has over about 600 health to about 1,000 is going to be the tanks, and then support is going to be not directly damage based, and then damage is obviously directly damage under 600 health. We have 5 different characters that start off our tank category. That's Hulk / Bruce Banner, Penny Parker, Groot, Magneto, and one that I'm surprised is technically considered a tank is Doctor Strange. I thought that was going to be more of a support character. So we'll start with that. His basic main ability is going to be portaling the whole team to a different spot on the map. I'm going to assume that it's going to have to be, you need 2 portals set up. You can travel back and forth between the 2. Now, his Eye of Agamotto is going to be a stun attack from what I can understand. And it's going to be the ultimate is it'll stun within a certain area. So that's going to be, in my opinion, a very, very necessary character. Groot, on the other hand, we don't really have a whole lot of. We didn't really see much of him in the trailer, specifically like his point of view of gameplay. So I don't really know. I'm assuming it's just going to be punching with growable fists or growable arms, and then maybe some pretty cool team up ability. Moving into 2 characters that are kind of diva-esque from Overwatch, of a squishy tank and then into like a mech armor or a bigger suit, is both Bruce Banner and Penny Parker. Penny Parker is going to be Penny Parker, and then her ultimate is going to put her in a tank in the like spider suit that she has, and it's going to buff her up to about 900 health. Bruce Banner, on the other hand, is going to, and I'm assuming this is going to be the same thing with Penny Parker, is have a pistol with a few rounds of ammo and about 200 health. And then his ultimate's going to put him into the Hulk and infinite punches. And I think his ultimate is going to be a slam like from the first movie. That's going to be pretty cool to watch. The last tank that we don't really know a whole lot about is Magneto. We just saw him there. I mistakenly said he was Thanos. It is Magneto. Thank you for correcting me. Let me know if I say anything else wrong down in the comments here. But yeah, we don't know a whole lot about Magneto. Moving into the other smaller category of support characters, there's only 4 of those that are out right now, or at least known about right now. That's Rocket, Luna Snow, Loki, and Mantis. So those 4. Mantis, we don't really know much about. We just saw her in that same team-up shot with Magneto, so no idea about that one. Rocket, on the other hand, is going to have an assault rifle worth about 45 rounds or so, 45 ammo in that gun. I don't really know beyond that, except that he has a healing ability, and I don't know if that's a healing ability to heal himself, or to heal a teammate, or to do anything like that. But it's a healing ability, so that's good. One character that does have a healing ability, and it's an AoE healing ability, is Luna Snow. I'm going to confess, I don't know a whole lot about Luna Snow. The name's familiar. That's about it. I don't really know her power set.
You suck!
But in this, from what I can tell, is she's going to have about 30 rollable icicles. Don't know why. Don't know how that's going to work. I don't know what the recharge time is going to be on that. So that's kind of all I know about Luna Snow. Let me know if you know anything else down below in the comments. Now, my favorite of the support characters is Loki, for a few different reasons. The first one is his decoys. He has decoy characters that he can throw out and switch places with them to kind of bounce back and forth and kind of disorient your opponent. That's going to be super cool. The other thing is why I think that he's going to be a very, very necessary support player to have, and that is his transformation. His ultimate is going to transform him into another character in the game. Now, we don't know if that's another character the enemy team has, that you have, or that is just in the game in general. Moving on to the third and final category of players, the damage or DPS characters that I know a lot of you guys are going to want to play. As of right now, there's a total of 9 characters in that. We don't know much about 4 of them: Storm, Punisher, Star-Lord, and Scarlet Witch. Although the other 5 we do know a lot about. And those are Black Panther. He's going to have about 300 HP, both melee and ranged attacks. His dash ability and his kick is going to be very, very necessary to close the gap on enemy players. And then his ultimate is going to transform him into Bast, or the Panther God, whatever you know it as. Another one that I'm going to see a lot of, and I know, is Iron Man. Repulsor's Chest Blast. His ultimate is just a bigger, more damaging Chest Blast, I think. So it's just going to do a lot of AoE. Another very popular character that we're going to see a lot of is Spider-Man. I did, however, figure out that the webs that you can swing around with are not going to be a passive. You can't always do that. You're going to have specific charges of webs. I don't know how quickly they reload. I don't know how they're going to reload or anything like that. I hope it's not too quick, and I hope there's a good amount, and there's probably going to change it later on. His ultimate is going to be an AoE kind of web up and stun, which I think is going to be very, very necessary for like point control game modes. And I think there's gonna be a lot of point control or like big area that the whole team kind of collapses into and fight in there. So an AoE huge web up stun type ability is gonna be very, very necessary. Moving on to a character I don't think is gonna be super powerful, or I'm not gonna see a whole lot of, is Namor. He's a ranged, he's gonna throw his trident about. The one cool thing with him is he has deployable octopus. I don't know. Deployable, those creatures. You can either set them on the ground in their defended area, or you can carry them with you and kind of have them floating, I think, as we saw in the trailer. And they're going to attack with Namor. My favorite damage character that I'm really, really looking forward to using is Magik. Not using Magik, but using the character Magik. You know what I mean. Her passive is going to be all damage that she deals is going to be absorbed as shield. So if you deal 30 damage, you get 30 shield. That's going to be really, really helpful. She is also going to have some sort of teleportation, probably not to the widest scale of Loki or Doctor Strange, but is going to probably be able to bounce around through the void. Let me down below if you know what her realm is called, of like that she can pass through, that she's going to be able to pass through that. It's going to be really cool. The coolest thing about Magik, in my opinion, is her ultimate. It transforms her into Darkchild. And if you know who Darkchild is, you know exactly why. It's a cool design of a character. It has cool abilities. Although this one is basically just, you're going to deal more damage, which is always nice in games like this. You're also going to have a wider AoE on your sword swings, which is understandable. This kind of brings us to the very end of the video, where I'm going to tell you guys what my six character team I think is going to be the best characters to use in combination with each other. Starting with the tank, and that is Doctor Strange. I think Strange's teleportation and stun ability are going to be super, super necessary. You're going to see a lot of stuns in this team. My supports are going to be Rocket and Loki. I think Rocket is, depending on what his healing ability is, if it is just healing himself, I'd substitute that for Luna Snow. But if it is healing a teammate, then it's going to be him and Loki. Loki's deception, again, like I said, is going to be super necessary. And his ability to transform into another character. Now, the last category of damage, I think Punisher is just a personal favorite of mine. A ranged character I think is going to be necessary that has more abilities. The octopuses of Namor are going to be cool, but I don't think they're going to be super useful. Magik is, I'm personally going to try Magik out very quickly. And then also Spider-Man, again, that stun ability is going to be very, I keep saying necessary, it's going to be very effective. Let me know down below who you want to see in the game. I know a lot of people want to see Gambit. I personally want to see Moon Knight. I wonder why. I think Gambit would be a very, very cool support character. Moon Knight, I think, would be a straight damage character. Let me know down below what character you want to see in this game, and then also what category they would fit into. Are they support? Are they damage? Are they a tank? I think we're going to need a lot more tanks and a few more supports. But if you want to see more Marvel Rivals content, make sure to go down below, hit that like button, hit the subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.